And what's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your boy G, the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton, coming to you live, direct, and correct once again on this Saturday morning, July 22nd, 2023, as we move closer to training camp. Now, let me say, training camp ain't like it used to be, where Jimmy Johnson had them boys going hard in the paint and doing some head busting and, you know, practicing in the midday of the heat and things to that nature. Uh we don't see that anymore. But it is a perfect opportunity for us to get out to Oxnard and enjoy the beautiful weather in Oxnard. Yeah. So here we are, Saturday morning, as the clock is ticking, getting closer to starting our official training camp, which starts on the 26th. I believe that's Wednesday. Let me see. I believe that is Wednesday. Yeah, that's Wednesday. It's going down Wednesday. I'm sure they'll come out with a pep rally and things like that. So I labeled this. Well, before I even get in the store, I got to give my props to everybody that has gotten us to where we are today. We're over 1,000 subscribers. I think they're 1,043. There's some other content creators that's doing a great job. But I'm just so excited that we are where we are right now. We don't try to compete with anybody else because we do our own thing and we respect those that do what they do about their Dallas Cowboys. So I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers and all those that follow this channel and has helped us get to where we are today. So we have to say thank you to all of you. Got to. Matter of fact, let me get my mic set right. My mic is not set right. Test it. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, we want to thank you guys. Also want to thank those social media groups that's out there as well. Started with the Dallas Cowboys on deck, Cowboy Fan 365, We Them Boys, Dallas Cowboy Insider. Thank you for posting our content in your social media groups. Thank you. I gotta do all this before I get started with everything. It's just part of this. Just part of the business. It's part of the business. But also, as you see up in the corner up there, there is a QR scan, and that QR scan is for our very own Dallas Cowboy Huddle thermals. That's what I call them, thermals. We have thermals, and we have two styles, and these things actually they really work, and we give thanks to Arnisha for taking out her time to do this for our group. But if you would like to have one of these thermal here, you can just hit the QR scan up top and go to the email. I think it says Candy Cord or something like that. And you just go to that email and you let her know which one you want. And for the price, I mean, you're definitely getting your money's worth. So if you're interested, yeah, let's get these thermals out there, man. So everybody know that we are part of the Dallas Cowboy Huddle, and let them know that we represent. So with that being said, thank you, Arnisha and Felicia Colley. Felicia Colley has also done a lot. We got these T-shirts coming out as well. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, that's the Cowboy Huddle. That's what we do. That's the What's Up Wednesday Cowboy Huddle group right there. These are fantastic guys that comes on Wednesday night, and we just chop it up, man. We chop it up. So I titled this video here, Mike McCarthy offense will be better for Dak. And now we say that to say, and I wanted to show you why, because there's some things that I saw, and I want to do something real quick, guys. I want to do this here, and reason I say it will be better. Number one, listening to Brian Schottenheimer and what he had to say, definitely put the icing on the cake. Just listening to him, in his comments that he had to say about the training camp, the OTAs, and it just this is experience speaking right here. So let's look at this real quick, and I want to get right off into this real quick, and let's see if we can get this going. So let's check this out. I want you to check him out real quick. We're gonna get on into this, but listen to what he had to say.
Different in training camp install 1, but the way it's set up is pretty cool. They hear it in phase 2 for the first time, so our vets have heard really where 12 concept teach days in. Okay, so a concept teach day is basically where we take a family of plays and install those, all the different adjustments and things with not as many formations. And then when we get into OTAs, we'll actually put together real installs with specific formations and builds, and then we'll tweak those as we prepare for training camp. So when you do it right, which I think we're doing it right, they hear it one time in phase 1 and phase 2. They hear it again in OTAs. They hear it again in mini camp, and then you try to perfect it when you get to training camp. That's at least the goal. I've always looked at it as a coordinator is that you teach the system in phase 1, okay, in phase 2, you try to detail it in OTAs, phase 3, and then the goal is to come out where you've perfected it and the guys can play fast and react, and that's what you're trying to get done in training camp and preseason games.
What's your first memory with?
Come on now. He said perfect. And you know how basically you perfect those things that you're trying to get over to your players? It's by teaching. Every play has a purpose. We heard Mike McCarthy say that that their plays got to have a purpose, and and it's not about the play, but it's about the players making plays that works towards their strength, not just throwing plays out there. So listen to Brian say what he just said, and for the phases and up to the point to where they're able to play fast. And that's one thing that's always needed when you're playing a game of football. You have to know the plays like the back of your hands. I always said that, when I was doing Pee Wee, a lot of these coaches like come out with 10, 15 different plays on the first game of the season. You know what I used to do? I used to always take 5 plays. And we went over and over and over with those same plays, 5 plays. This is before the season started. You work on those 5 plays. And then after they know the 5 plays, you flip them. You go in one way, working on 5 plays, you flip it. Now you can go the other way. Now you got 10 plays. But it's all about teaching. So I like exactly what Brian Schottenheimer said. And, with that experience and having Mike McCarthy, his experience, they know what they need to do. I take experience over high-flying circus acts any day. So that's what we have to say, and that's what's been said by our guy, Brian Schottenheimer. So what we know that this is the first season for Mike McCarthy to call plays. So, and I did some research. And after doing this research, I noticed some things. And I said, well, what should we expect from Mike's offense? What should we expect? Well, after doing the research, what I noticed with Mike McCarthy and his offense, it's not much different than what we were running before Mike McCarthy was calling plays. And I think we heard them say, well, we're not throwing everything out. We're just adding a little twist to some of the plays we already got. And going back and looking when Mike McCarthy coached with the Green Bay Packers, one thing I noticed that Mike McCarthy is fond of, and we talked about the trap block and the trap blocks, and we talked about the pulling guards and things like that. Well, I didn't see much of that watching Mike McCarthy and his offense when he was with the Green Bay. But what I did see is a lot of RPOs. Yeah, a lot of RPOs. It's been told that I think in the 2 games last season, we played against the 49ers and Tampa Bay. We ran 4 RPOs. No, I'm sorry. No, yeah, 4 RPOs against the 49ers, and we ran 5 against Tampa Bay. When Mike McCarthy, on a regular average day, he runs anywhere from 9 to 15 RPOs in a game. So I can see what he means by that. We're not throwing a lot of plays out. What we're doing, we're just going to, add our own twist to what we already got, in which I can see that. So yeah, Mike is a big fan of the RPOs. So not only that, but he's also a big fan when it comes to running the ball, zone blocking. So that's what, I know I had mentioned about the pulling guards and the tackles and razzle dazzles and stuff. But after watching Mike McCarthy and what he did at Green Bay, he is his I guess I could say his um priority or what he relied on most was inside outside zone blocking. Okay, which also led to zone runs. And if we go back to look at Dallas and Tony Pollard and Zeke, a lot of their runs came off the zone blocking when Tony Pollard burst for 49 yards, 50 yards off those were zone blockings. So I don't think we'll see any of the power runs or the duo runs and things like that. I think we'll see more of the zone blocking with the zone blocking inside outside with the zone running inside outside to run for the run game. But along with the 2x2s, 2x2s, this is a set that Mike McCarthy loves to run, the 2x2s. So again, I think and I know that this offense will be better for Dak, not only because of the formations, but because I think we'll have better situational play calling. Okay. So what that means is what will we do when it's 1st and 10? What will we do when it's 2nd and 15? What will we do when it's 3rd and 2? What will we do when it's 2nd and 4? Well, so and here's the thing about the game of football. The ideal of an offense is to move the chain. If we run the ball on 1st down and we get 7 yards, that means it's 2nd and 3 yards for a 1st down. If we on 2nd down run the ball and get 3 yards, it's automatically 1st down. Now, what you don't want to do, and I know a lot of you guys and everyone or ladies know this, but it's just the fact that what you don't want to do is find yourself 1st down and you get sacked for a loss. Now it's 2nd and 15. Not saying that it won't happen. It does happen. So if you find yourself in a 2nd 15, what is the best situational play call that you have to at least to get 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3? Okay? This is the whole purpose. You don't want to go get 2nd and 15 and then you throw a run the ball and you get 1 yard. Now it's 3rd and 14. So now you're playing the defense. It's just like a chess game. So this is where situational play calling comes in, and this is where I think we'll see a lot better play calling by Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer. You have these two guys working together and putting Dak in a better position. So what we don't want to do is find ourselves in the 1st and 15. We don't want to find ourselves in the 2nd and 25. So we have to have offensive coordinators and coaches in position to recognize different defensive of schemes and work to its advantage to get closer to the 1st down as possible. And by running the ball, we all know that this opens up the passing game. And so, again, we've talked about the RPOs that we will see. We talked about the zone blocking and the zone running game. And now we're talking about the situational play calling. So those are 3 key ingredients for this offense to be successful. And if we can put these 3 key ingredients together, yeah, I see our offense doing a damn good job this year. So I'm excited. And like I said, I did some research on this and I just had to. I said, well, let's see what would be different. So it won't be a lot of difference in our offense. But what they will do, they'll keep the things that Dak is good at and probably tweak the things that he's not so good at, or probably even get rid of the plays that that doesn't benefit Dak. So yeah, here we are. We're getting closer to the training camp, but again, I just want to share with you guys that let's not expect a big change in this offense, but let's just expect a more effective situational play calling on the field for the offense. So that's going to be great to see. But in other news, I don't know if you guys heard this. I gotta share this. You probably already heard it. So ex Cowboy player joins the Giants. Wide receiver Cole Beasley agrees to a 1-year contract with the New York Giants. with his former offensive coach, Brian DeBole. So Brian DeBole is a big fan of Cole Beasley. He's over in New York. And come to find out, I think this little Robinson kid from out of Jacksonville has been signed by the Giants too. So Saquon, we just did a segment on Saquon on last Wednesday, but I don't know what that means. Now that they're gonna got another running back. So anyway, that's more of the New York Giants problems, not ours. So we are definitely excited for this training camp. Anyway, I'm not throwing my cards right. Can y'all see? There you go. Do that. And in other news, check this out. Brett Maher signs 1-year agreement with who? Drum roll. Signed 1-year contract with the Denver Broncos. Yeah, so the 33-year-old has rediscovered his high-quality kicking abilities under a coach he had success with before. Okay. Maher made 29 of 32 goal attempts, which gave him a 90.6%, and 50 of 53 extra point attempts, which gave him a 94. So while Maher is now known mostly for his struggles last season, he was actually very effective kicker before that. So anyway, so he will be joining the Denver Bronco. He'll be in training camp battle with journeyman Elliott Fry for the Denver starting kicking position. So, hey, man, everybody deserves a second or third chance. So, good luck to Brett Maher, and hopefully things worked for him in his new endeavors. So, yeah. So here we are, guys. Again, like I said again, we are moving closer and closer to training camp. So I don't know about y'all, but I am excited. So I'm not going to take any more of your time. I just want to share that with you, and I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend as we finish up yard work, washing cars. I don't know, it might be too hot for all that stuff. So it's okay to just chill out today. But hey, anyway, do me a favor. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell. We notice a lot of views are being viewed, but we're not getting the notification bell is not being basically tapped. So if you can, tap that notification bell. Tap it right now. Tap it. All right, guys. Hey, you guys enjoy your rest of your weekend, and like I always say, stay blessed, stay blessed, and stay safe. Deuces.